Good morning, students. Today I will be discussing with you Leo Tolstoy's famous story, Three Questions. This is in your course and please listen to the story carefully so that you can answer the questions. This is the story of a king who is troubled by three questions. Three questions trouble a king. What are these three questions? These three questions are: what is the most important thing to do? The second question is, who are the most important people? And the third question is, what is the right time for every action? These three questions trouble the king very much. So he makes an announcement in his kingdom that anybody who gives the right answer to these questions will be rewarded heavily by the king. So many people come to the palace and try to give answers to these questions, but they are all unsuccessful. The king is not satisfied by these answers. Then somebody advises the king to go to a hermit. Do you know the meaning of a hermit? Who is a hermit? A hermit is a wise person who lives in a place far away from the city, far away from the palace, who lives all alone. A hermit is a wise saint who lives away from the city. He lives in a jungle. So the king goes to meet him and asks him these three questions. What are those three questions? What is the most important thing to do? Who are the most important people? And what is the right time for every action? The king asks the hermit these three questions, but the hermit does not give any reply. The king asks him again and again, but the hermit does not give any reply. So the king thinks that he should help the hermit in whatever he was doing. So the king starts helping the hermit in the hope of getting an answer. He starts digging the ground. Alright? And he keeps asking. The whole day the king waits for an answer, but the hermit does not give any answer. This is the first part of the story, right? Now, please answer 3-4 questions that are related to the story. The first question is, of course, what are the three questions of the king? Listen to this carefully and answer these questions. Please write them down. The second question is, what does the king do to get an appropriate answer? Can you tell me the answer to this? The answer to this is, the king goes to meet a hermit to get an appropriate answer. The third question is the king satisfied with the answers of the various learned men? If not, why? So what would be the answer to this question? The answer to this question would be, the king is not satisfied with the answers of the other learned men because they do not answer his basic need. They do not answer the basic questions that he was asking. Alright? So I will stop here. Also, I would like to discuss with you 2-3 important points regarding Leo Tolstoy's style of writing. And the one most important point in Leo Tolstoy's style of writing is that his stories contain a lot of depth. His stories have a lot of depth and they are didactic in nature. What is the meaning of didactic? Didactic means they carry a moral. So please listen to the first part of the story and answer these 3 questions. Please write them down and understand them properly. Once again, I will discuss the rest of the story. I will discuss in the second part of my video. Thank you, students.